April 11th, 2011. This is today's climate change update. I had a good weekend off and rested up for sure. Now last night here in Iowa, we had some severe thunderstorms. One of the local broadcasters was telling me, or was broadcasting that at 6:30 p.m. the tornadoes started coming down, and then when one would dissipate, another one would form, and this went on for several hours, like 3-4 hours. And just east of us, so it's Illinois' turn tonight, and probably the East Coast's turn when you're watching this tomorrow. So you know how it goes. Let's get to earthchangescott.net. 10 inches of snow in Flagstaff. They closed I-17 down. A winter storm warning remains in effect through 5 p.m. A spring snowstorm that has already dropped nearly a foot of snow in areas of Flagstaff continues to move across the region. Wow. It's just non-stop craziness. And here's the stories. Tornadoes cause major devastations, but no deaths in Iowa City. We have tornadoes down all over the place, to the north of me. And they've got another big storm warning for what's rolling through right now. Thousands defy Philippine volcano warnings. Manila, thousands of people living near a volcano on an island close to the Philippine capital defied official warnings to evacuate as fears of an eruption grew. Only 77 people living near the crater of Taal, T-A-A-L, volcano, left the island, a popular visitor spot 65 kilometers or 40 miles south of Manila, over the weekend, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council said on Sunday. The island is home to 77,000 farmers, fishermen, and tourist guides, according to the country's Volcanology Institute. So out of 7,000 people, 77 took heed and left. South Carolina, pelted by baseball-size hail and heavy rain. Where was this at? Motorists battered by ping-pong and baseball-sized hails, torrential rain, and wind gusts of up to 60 miles an hour found shelter wherever they could find it Saturday afternoon, including Kangaroo Express gas station at I-80 US 321. We have seen storms come through, so I've run across a lot of scared customers. Said the store clerk, it's not real safe for them to be outside right now. Baseball-sized hail, I imagine not. U.S. severe thunderstorm to sweep through the eastern United States. And again, that's this big storm that we were dealing with last night. The Ohio Valley's dealing with it tonight, and this is all the way down through the Gulf of Mexico. So let's not leave our southern brothers and sisters out of this. They are in just as much of this as we are. Landslide kills 2 kids in Turkey. They found another radioactive substance found in Hong Kong air. It was the cesium, I believe. Yeah, cesium-137 was detected in minute levels, but the point is it's out there, it's in the air. A big tide coming in off of northwest England, traps 93 people. More stories about over half the Iowa town damaged by a tornado. And again, that was north of me. Over to the extinction protocol. They've got a story on the California-Nevada fault map featuring Long Valley supervolcano caldera and its recent earthquake activity. Nevada, and yeah, that's the same story. Japan Met Agencies issues dire warnings of potential cataclysms for Japan. Japan's Meteorological Agency said on Friday warned that the country's 20 volcanoes have become alive due to massive March 11th earthquake, and a study said the earthquake over 9.2 magnitude might hit Japan. The agency said the volcanic explosion occurred after the earthquake several times in history, and people should maintain vigilance against this tendency. Now, the number of earthquakes above 6.0 magnitude reached 77 on March, and 74 out of them occurred in quake-hit region. This must be a translated piece. We're aftershock. The number is 50 times over the same period last year, obviously. And the story goes on. Yeah, here's a story. Climate chaos. Texas bakes at 91 degrees Fahrenheit as Arizona is hit with 11 inches of snow. That's pretty extreme, don't you think? 50 birds fall dead in Sterling, Kansas. Central Kansas family hopes to learn what caused the deaths of dozens of birds that fell from the trees outside their house. This is in Sterling, Kansas. They called the episode bizarre. They got a story, slight uptick seen in quakes around Yellowstone, and again, this is not uncommon. I've been watching Yellowstone pretty close for over a year now. Since the Haiti quake, that's when I really started paying attention full time. And it's not uncommon for Yellowstone to quake up a little bit now and again. So I don't get overly alarmed even when there's a 4.0 or so in there. Another fear piece. And the Tau volcano piece. Over to the Watchers. They've got the Japan's 20 volcanoes have become alive after the big earthquake, and they're expecting another 9.0 or greater. Slash and burn threatens African forests. They've got a global warming piece, which is kind of rare. New York at risk as sea rise, which is bullshit. Scientists have calculated Earth sees about 760 thunderstorms every hour. And that's coming out of the European Geoscience Union meeting in Vienna. Here's a story that we probably need to pay attention to. And I normally don't cover this, but Comet Elenin continues to increase in size. Now the coma has swelled to 80,000 kilometers wide, so it's a lot bigger than Earth, and it's due to pass up through this, so this might be some spectacular viewing here very shortly if this corona keeps growing like it is. Waves of tornadoes sweeps across Iowa, the United States, and that's about it. Now there's another, there are like 3 Japanese nuclear power plants in trouble right now, and so I'm gonna attach a bunch of links below, and like I normally do, and a bunch of videos for you to watch, and I highly recommend you check out and do a little bit of homework. I'm not going to go through and give you all the radiation stuff. We got people doing that now. I will definitely attach the links to those videos below. Those people making those videos, please attach them to mine if you feel like you want to. Until I see you again, enjoy while you can, everybody. Thanks.